శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ 2008 లో స్థాపించిన కళాశాలలో MBA, NAC A గ్రేడ్ మరియు ISO సర్టిఫికేషన్ సాధించిన మొట్టమొదటి కళాశాల శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ త్వరలో అటానమస్ కాబోతోంది.
2014లో ISO గుర్తింపు, 2015లో రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వంచే A గ్రేడ్, 2016లో NAC A గ్రేడ్, ఇప్పుడు NBA సాధించిన సంస్థ శ్రీ ముత్తవరపు వెంకటేశ్వరరావు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ.
Good morning everyone. In the last classes we discussed about the junction diode characteristics in the formation of the depletion region, barrier potential, PN junction diode, forward biasing of the PN junction diode, VA characteristics of the diode and forward resistance of the diode. Forward biasing is completed. Today I would like to explain reverse biasing. Reverse biasing of the PN junction diode, reverse characteristics, reverse resistance and its complete VA characteristics of the diode and current components of the PN junction diode. Okay, first of all, reverse biasing of the PN junction diode. Forward bias means in P terminal, battery positive is connected to the P terminal and battery negative terminal is connected to the N material. In reverse biasing, there is the opposite. P terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery and N material is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Okay, if an external voltage is connected in the P region, terminal of the PN junction is connected to the negative of the battery. P terminal is connected to the negative of the battery and the N region terminal of the PN junction is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. This biasing condition is called the reverse biasing of the PN junction diode. Okay, in reverse biasing means connecting P region to negative and N region to positive of the battery. Okay, this is the P terminal. These two are the ohmic contacts. This is the internal resistance. So P terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the battery and N terminal is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. This is the symbolic representation. PN junction diode. This is the diode symbol. Two terminals, anode and cathode. This is the anode and this is the cathode. Anode is positive. Okay, this positive is connected to the negative terminal of the battery and cathode is negative, that is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. This is the reverse biasing operation. When the PN junction is in the reverse bias, the negative terminal attracts the holes. This is the operation. When the PN junction is reverse biased, the negative terminal attracts the holes in the P region. So opposite polarities are attracted. So negative terminal attracts the holes in the P region. This is the P region. This is the P region. In this negative terminal attracts the holes in the P regions away from the junction. The positive terminal attracts the free electrons in the negative region away from the junction. This negative terminal attracts the holes and this positive terminal attracts the electrons. So away from the junction. No charge carrier is able to cross the junction as electrons and holes both move away from the junction. So in this way depletion regions widens. There is no current flowing in this circuit. This creates more positive ions and hence more positive charge in the N region and more negative ions and hence more negative charge in the N region. Okay, this is the reverse bias operation. In this reverse biasing increases the width of the depletion region. So in this holes are away from the negative terminal, in these electrons are away from the attracts the positive terminal. So depletion region is widened. As the depletion region widens, barrier potential across the junction also increases. In this this is the barrier potential. So barrier potential is also increases. However, this process cannot continue for a long time. In this steady state, the majority current sees the holes and electrons stop moving around away from the junction. The polarities of the barrier potential are same as that of the applied voltage. Due to increased barrier potential, the positive side drags the electrons. In this positive side drags the electrons from p regions towards the positive of the battery. Similarly, negative side of the barrier potential drags the holes from the N region. Drags the holes from the N regions towards the negative terminal of the battery. The electrons on p side and holes on N side are the minority charge carriers. In this way, which constitutes the current in reverse biased condition. The reverse conduction takes place. In this, the reverse current flows due to the minority charge carriers. In this, this is the P and N. In this P region, electrons are the minority charge carriers. In this N region, holes are the minority charge carriers. The reverse current flows due to minority charge carriers which are small in number. Hence, reverse current is always very small. Is in the order of few microamperes for germanium and few nanoamperes for silicon. Reverse saturation current is in the order of few microamperes for germanium, few nanoamperes for silicon. For constant temperature, the reverse current is almost constant. Through a reverse voltage is increased up to certain limit. It is called the reverse saturation current, that is denoted by I naught. Once again repeat that. For a constant temperature, the reverse current is almost constant. Okay, through a reverse voltage is increased up to certain limit. This is the reverse saturation current. In this, and another one is reverse characteristics of the PN junction diode. This is the reverse characteristics. Breakdown region, knee voltage. This is the VR. So, reverse voltage across the diode is VR. Current flowing is the reverse current is IR due to the minority charge carriers. The graph of the IR against VR is called the reverse characteristics of the diode. The polarity of the reverse voltage is applied to the opposite of the forward voltage. Hence, in practice, reverse voltage is taken as negative. This is the third quadrant. Reverse voltage is in the negative. Similarly, the reverse saturation current is due to the minority carriers and is opposite to the forward current. So, reverse saturation current is also taken as negative. This is the negative. VR is negative and IR is also negative. The reverse voltage is increased. In this, reverse voltage is increased. The reverse current increases initially. In this, reverse voltage is increased. Reverse current is also initially increases. Okay, but after a certain voltage, the current remains constant. After some time, the current is constant. After a certain voltage, the current remains constant, equal to the reverse saturation current. This is the I naught. I naught is the reverse saturation current. First of all, voltage is increases. Initially, current is also increases. After a certain voltage, the current is almost constant. In this is the I naught, reverse saturation current. So the reverse voltage is increased at point A where breakdown occurs. In this is the point A. In this point A, breakdown, more current will pass. Breakdown is occurs and reverse current increases rapidly, is called knee of the reverse characteristics. And another one is reverse resistance of the diode. In this reverse resistance of the diode, the PN junction offers the large resistance in the reverse biased condition, is called the reverse resistance. This is also defined in two ways. Okay, the PN junction offers large resistance in the reverse biased condition, is called the reverse resistance. These are all the two types: reverse static resistance and reverse dynamic resistance. First, reverse static resistance. This is the reverse resistance under DC conditions, denoted by RR, reverse resistance, RR. It is the ratio of applied reverse voltage to the reverse saturation current. So RR equal to applied reverse voltage by reverse saturation current. So R is the resistance. Resistance equal to voltage by current. In this RR equal to applied reverse voltage by saturation current. And another one is reverse dynamic resistance. In this is the reverse resistance under the AC conditions. Dynamic is the DC conditions. Reverse static resistance is the DC conditions. Reverse dynamic resistance is the AC conditions, denoted as small rr. It is the ratio of incremental change in the reverse voltage applied to the corresponding change in the reverse current. That is small rr equal to change in voltage by change in current. So change in reverse voltage by change in the reverse current. And another topic is complete VA characteristics. Already we have seen forward characteristics and reverse characteristics. So complete VA characteristics, that means forward and reverse characteristics. These are all the forward characteristics and this is the reverse characteristics. In this forward characteristics, after the cut-in voltage, current voltage is increases, automatically current is exponentially increases. Okay, this is the forward characteristics. This is the reverse characteristics. First of all, initially voltage is increased, current also increases up to certain limit. This is the current saturation current, reverse saturation current. After certain voltage, the current is constant. At point A, the current is rapidly, suddenly increases. This is the breakdown region. Forward and reverse characteristics. So in this, cut-in voltage of the diode decreases as the temperature increases. The voltage at which the diode current starts increases rapidly is called the cut-in voltage. The voltage at which the diode current starts increases rapidly. This is the cut-in voltage. The voltage at which the diode current starts increasing rapidly is called the cut-in voltage or breakdown voltage or threshold voltage. In this cut-in voltage, germanium is the 0.3 volts, for silicon 0.7 volts. Okay. This is the forward. This is the 0.3 volts for germanium, 0.7 volts for silicon. Forward characteristics. This is the germanium and this is the silicon forward characteristics. Reverse. In reverse, mu A, microamperes, reverse saturation current. This is the Na, nanoamperes per silicon. Silicon reverse saturation current in nanoamperes. Germanium current is microamperes, reverse saturation current. Okay. And another topic is the current components in a PN junction diode. Okay, first we see in the diagram. This is the diagram. In the forward bias, a large forward current flows, so which is due to majority charge carriers. The depletion region near the junction is very small. In the forward biased condition, under the forward biased condition, the depletion layer is very small. So majority carrier current is flows. Okay. In the forward biased conditions, holes get diffused into N side from P side. So in this is the forward biased condition. So P region is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and negative is connected to the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the N region. This is the forward biased condition. In this forward biased conditions, in this holes gets diffused into N side from P side, and electrons gets diffused into P side from N side. So in this holes are diffused. In this N region, electrons are diffused. So on P side, current carried by the electrons, which is diffusion current due to minority carriers, decreases exponentially with respect to the distance measured from the junction. Due to diffusion, the charge concentration is decreased as the distance increases. Diffusion means higher concentration density to lower concentration density. In this P region, more number of electrons, majority charge carriers are holes. In this N region, majority charge carriers are the electrons. Okay, in the diffusion, higher concentration to lower concentration. So distances increases, the concentration is decreased. So majority charge carriers are increased. In these holes are increases. These holes are diffused into N regions. In this N regions, holes are less number of the holes. So on P side, the current carried by the electrons, which is diffused due to current due to the minority carriers, decreases exponentially with respect to the distance. This current due to electrons on P side, which are majority carriers, is denoted as INP. Okay, INP. INP means current due to electrons in P side. Similarly, holes from P side, these holes from P side diffuse into N side, carry current which decreases exponentially with respect to the distance. Okay, this current due to holes on N side, which are the minority carriers, is denoted as IPN. IPN means current due to holes on N side. In this P region, holes are the majority carriers, electrons are the minority carriers. Okay, minority charge carrier current is INP. INP of X equal to INP of X equal to current due to electrons in P side as a function of the X. IPN of X equal to current due to holes in N side as a function of the X. Okay, at the junction X equal to 0. In this diagram, this is the junction. Junction X equal to 0. Electrons crossing from N side to P side constitute the current. So electrons, in this electrons are entering from N side to P side, constitute the current INP of 0. Why? X equal to 0 junction. In the same direction as holes crossing from P side to N side, constitute the current IPN of 0. So, hence the current at the junction is the total conventional current I is the I equal to IPN of 0 plus INP of 0. This is the I Pn of 0 and this is the I Np of 0. Now I Pn of x decreases on n side as we move away from the junction on n side. I Pn of x. This is the I Pn of x. Pn of x is decreases on n side. This is the n side. Decreases in the n side as move away from the junction. Move away from the junction. Similarly, I Np of x decreases on p side. I Np of x. This is the Np. So decreases on the p side as move away from the junction on p side. But the entire circuit in series circuit, the load current, the total current must be maintained as I, independent of the x. So this indicates that on p side there exists one more current component, okay, which is due to the holes on p side, which are the majority carriers. That is the IPP of x, current due to holes in p side. In p side there are two currents. One is majority current, another is minority current. This is the majority current is IPP of x. Minority current is INP of x. Okay. Similarly, in n side there are two currents, majority carrier current and minority carrier current. Majority carrier current is INN of x. Okay, current due to electrons in n side. So a minority carrier current is IPN of x on p side. So I equal to IPP of x plus INP of x, both majority carrier current and minority carrier current. Similarly, in n side I equal to INN of x plus IPN of x. This is the majority carrier current and this is the minority carrier current. Okay, the current IPP decreases towards the junction. In this diagram, IPP is decreases towards the junction. At the junction enters the n side and becomes IPN, which further decreases exponentially. IPN is exponentially decreases. Similarly, the current INN decreases. Okay, INN is also similarly decreases towards the junction. At the junction enters the p side. This is the p side. Enters the p side and becomes, the current is INP. Further decreases exponentially. Okay, this is the current components. And another topic is effect of temperature on diode. So in this temperature has following effects. First one, the cut-in voltage decreases as temperature increases. First of all, what do you mean by cut-in voltage? This is the cut-in voltage. So cut-in voltage in silicon is 0.7 volts. In germanium 0.3 volts. In this before cut-in voltage, the current is not conducted. The current is 0. After cut-in voltage, the voltage is increases, current is also rapidly increases. So in this temperature increases, the cut-in voltage decreases. In this 0.7 volts or 0.3 volts, the cut-in voltages decreases as temperature increases. The diode conducts, automatically conducts at smaller voltages at larger temperatures. This is the advantage. The next point, the reverse saturation current increases as temperature increases. This is the reverse saturation current, IC naught. The reverse saturation current increases as temperature increases. For example, the reverse saturation current is I naught in such a way that it doubles for every 10 degrees centigrade rise in temperature. This is mathematically given as I naught 0 to equal to 2 power delta T by 10 into I of 0 1. I02 means reverse saturation current at T2 degree centigrade. I naught of 1 reverse saturation current, reverse current at T1 degree centigrade. At delta T is the T2 minus T1. First point, the cut-in voltage decreases as temperature increases. Second point, the reverse saturation current increases as temperature increases. Doubles for every 10 degree centigrade rise in temperature. And third one, the voltage equivalent of temperature Vt also increases as temperature increases. Okay, Vt also increases. Voltage equivalent of the temperature is the Vt. This is increases as temperature increases. And fourth point, the reverse breakdown voltage increases as temperature increases. This is the reverse breakdown voltage. In this is the 27 degrees. T1 is the 27 degrees and this is the T2 is the 207 degree centigrade. In this reverse breakdown voltage increases as temperature increases. In this temperature is low temperature, reverse breakdown voltage. As temperature increases, reverse breakdown voltage is also at the more time the current is constant. Afterwards the breakdown occurs. Okay, this is the very important topic. And this is the cut-in voltage. Before cut-in voltage, the current is not conducting. As temperature increases, small voltage, the small cut-in voltage, the current is also rapidly increases. This is the T1 27 degree centigrade and this is the 227 degree centigrade. Temperature is low. Cut-in voltage 0.7 volts. As cut-in voltage decreases, temperature increases, the cut-in voltage is also be decreased. Okay.